Thank you very much. I probably need the speaker that was on before. He was talking about, getting in touch with aliens through music, and Annie and I wrote a song called Sweet Dreams, and I think Marilyn Manson recorded it, and Lady Gaga, so we definitely have been in touch with aliens through our music. By the way, I love them both, but years ago I made a speech at a place called the Royal Geographical Society. It was the first speech I ever made. And I always panic. I'm one of those people in a restaurant, you panic order, the menu comes, and you just panic. You look at the waitress and you say something, it's always the wrong thing and you don't like it. I'm the same at, the titles of my speeches. So they said, what do you want to call your speech? I said, can I call it Paradise Syndrome and Other Related Illnesses? They said, sure. So when I got there, of course, I was sweating and panicking because I had no idea what that was about. And so I thought, what should I do? So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll just make an amazing entrance. So I got these guys to carry me on a stretcher when there was a blue light flashing, and the whole thing, got on the stage and then just stared at everybody. I learned from that experience that if you make an amazing entrance or do something kind of remarkable, the rest is fine. So what happened was, people were so amazed by my entrance, they don't remember much about the speech, but if you look in Wikipedia now, Paradise Syndrome became a word that doctors use. It says, from Dave Stewart's speech or whatever. I don't know how, but so this gives you a little sort of intro into the way my mind works. You have to connect the dots very quickly because I can't. It was tough, from a place called Sunderland in the northeast of England, and we had, terrible time in the 60s. They closed down the shipyards, unemployment. But most of all, and probably happened to a lot of you people, is my parents broke up. So my dad was feeling down. My mum had moved to Cambridge. And just before that, I realized something was going wrong with them. But when you're a kid, you can't really express yourself or understand. So I would do things like I'd run past the bathroom window with ketchup on my neck going, ah! But it didn't seem to work. So then I put my brother's scuba diving kit on and lay in a fish pond, which my dad had to walk past on the way to the kitchen, walk straight past into the kitchen, and I'm sort of still lying there 2 hours later. So none of this stuff was working. So I thought, geez, I've got to really escape the situation. So through an accident, somebody broke my knee. I started to learn to play the guitar, and I was in a hospital learning the guitar, and I was thinking, well, there's a number of things happen when you learn to play the guitar. Everybody says the most corny one, which is as soon as I worked out a tune, a nurse came in the room. That's good. So I thought, okay, maybe I can get out with this guitar. So what I did was I went home and I tried to learn how to make some songs up. And I got Bob Dylan albums and learned all these songs. And then I made some up and I thought, now what do I do? I mean, I've got these songs. I was looking for a shortcut, so I thought, oh, I know, I'll ring a radio station. So I pick up the phone, I look at the local radio station, I ring one called Radio Durham, which is near Sunderland. So I ring them up and the lady answers and I said, hi, I'm Dave Stewart from Sunderland and I've written these songs and I want to go on the radio. And she said, oh, really? And I said, yeah, hang on, listen. I started playing these songs. I played like 1.5 and I picked it up and I said, what do you think? She said, well, they're very nice, but I'm the receptionist. I said, that doesn't matter. Just tell somebody to call me back on this number. So I'm sitting in the living room with my father about a week later, and the phone rings. And I never answer it because nobody rings me up. I'm like 14 or something. And my dad comes in and says, Radio Durham on the phone? And I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be for me. So the next thing, I'm on the radio playing my songs, and I get seen and picked up on the TV, and then I formed a band, and then this all led to me coming to London. And what was interesting was, in Sunderland, a lot of people thought I was weird, but I mean, I had long purple hair and wore purple boots, but that was the only strange thing. But when I actually arrived in London, I got signed to somebody called Elton John. And I thought, I'm not so weird after all, right? He's one of me. He's one of us. I have to jump forward the next 10 years, mainly because I can't remember them. And things went all pear-shaped, too much money, too soon, Elton John, drugs, going crazy, dyed my hair back to normal, all this kind of stuff. And then I met Annie, and through all of this sort of mad adventure, I'd realized I have to go back to the beginning when I was in Sunderland, where you have to do something really odd and remarkable to do something different. So I started to write this storyboard of a video, and I actually had a big fight with the record company because they were saying, why do you want a cow in a video? We don't understand. Annie's a great-looking girl, and I showed them the script, a cow comes down in the basement where Annie and I are on a computer with a boardroom, and then we're in the field with the cows, and they kept saying, but we don't get the cow bit. Anyway.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. So keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on.
Now you see why I had the cow. 20 years later, The Purple Cow was issued in 2003 by Seth Godin. Do you know that book? And what is it about? It's about being remarkable. So I must have thought back at the time, like, how the hell do we be remarkable? So cows do the trick every time. Now, I want to jump forward a bit further now. So now we're in 2000. In 2000, it'll appear shortly, a quote. What's that noise? Is that me? I know what it is. It's this microphone on my beard, I think. Yeah. While I was talking, I was trying to work that out, and I was like... And then it all started to come back to me, like... It's my fault. Anyway, if you read that, basically, I had a meeting, I'd seen the internet, and I went, right, it's all over, which it is. And so I called a meeting on the top floor of Deutsche Bank, which is in New York. Got all these people to turn up. Stevie Wonder turned up on time, which is unbelievable. And Dr. Dre and Lou Reed and Bob Dylan's publisher and Quincy Jones. And I said to everybody, look, and I made this speech about, look, this thing's come called the internet, so it's all over. Everybody's going to download everything for free. You'll never be able to repair it. You can't put your finger in the dam. It's all gone. Like, the whole way media is going to be consumed is differently. That's the chairman of Credit Suisse was there, who said he didn't have a clue what I was talking about. 5 years later, they all found out. So now we're in 2012, and there's been so many changes to the industry I'm in, which is music, that authors or writers have to really redefine the way in which they make any revenues. And I'm heavily involved in something that could be beneficial to writers in the future. Go to any Google page. Right, type anything you want. I like hats. Oh, Nashville. Cats. Cats, not cats. Now, let's see. Double click on a word, hats. Now, look what's happening. I'm now doing this on top of Google. And here on top of that is a shop. Anybody buys anything in that shop, I get paid. Got to think about that for a second. Because this is happening on any word. So if you go to my website, you'll notice, go to davestewart.com. Don't click on a link or anything like that. Just find a word that I've tweeted, like, let me think, what would it be? Pancake pantry or whatever. You click on it, it opens up a shop. And now you see what he's doing? He's building a website in 7 seconds. That's my website. Scroll down there so they can see. That just got built automatically. And now I own this website. And anybody who buys anything on it, I get paid. Now, here's the big thing, the big question when you go to a business meeting. They go, yeah, but how does it work? I mean, how do you get paid? Just click on that one, Ned. Here's me getting paid right now. So anything, This is the word on the right-hand side, scroll along, Fender. Or that's the word that they clicked on, A.R. Rahman. That's probably because I tweeted it or whatever. Or what about all those lyrics sites that are all over the web? Millions of lyric sites that are all wrong. Sweet dreams are made of them and all that kind of stuff. But it just opens up a whole new layer. Now, imagine if you're a kid in Nigeria who's crazy about football, and he writes a great blog about football using this method. Somebody clicks on it in like Canada and goes, oh, yeah, I want to buy that football shirt. He gets paid. Right, so it's interesting. Anyway, I've written a business book with my friend Mark Simmons, and it's 10 languages, including Korean. In this business book, I explain quite a bit of what I'm talking about, but also, if we go to the app of the business book, so if you look in the business book section of apps on iTunes or type creativity, you'll see this is my app version of the book. My book's got games in it too. Ned, let's play a game. What's the problem? What's your problem? You're in Nashville, so you might have heard about Reba and a thing called Malibu Country. Okay, I'm down in Malibu, and I'm wandering around, and I have an interesting idea, and I have these two words, Malibu Country. So this is backwards thinking. Brian Eno uses it. So I'm going, Malibu Country, okay. So let's play the game. So type in Malibu Country, Ned. You can all try this at home, by the way. Works every time. And then it asks me, which Malibu Country? I'll say, a music Malibu Country. When? Prime time. Okay, good. Next. How? Shit. Get a star, a country star, Reba McEntire. Type that in. You actually don't believe this is how I do things, but this is how I do things. I'm trying to explain it in a book. Who? I said Reba. No, put Lily Tomlin. She's playing her mother, by the way. Okay, next. Why? Oh, because we need music on the TV, because it's, apart from you guys who get CMT or whatever, there's no music on primetime television, right? Okay, so we need music on TV. Okay, next. What? All right, we need music on TV by giving it a story. How can we? Okay, write a TV series with Reba McEntire in it that's got a story and it's full of music. Okay? So just put write a TV series. So I started with this. This is the honest truth. I start with like wandering around Malibu aimlessly, going, there's got to be something here. It's like divining, like water divining. And I dug deep and I came up with this. And then this, what happens when they do the last one, says your original problem was Malibu Country, which music, when, prime time, how, Reba McEntire, who, Lily Tomlin, why. You got one missing, right? What story? Your updated problem was write a TV series. How cool is that? And guess what? Give me an email of somebody and it emails from the book to you. I do have now primetime ABC network TV series pilot being shot in 2 weeks' time with Reba McEntire, Lily Tomlin. How did that all happen? It happened by thinking the same way with Annie and myself and the cow. And in fact, I have a few other things like this up my sleeve. So I have an idea factory. Say I have an idea factory and I have 16 people working there. And all I do for my job is I sit there, I do one at a time, and I think of an idea like the King of Christmas. And I wander around and go, what the hell is the King of Christmas? And then it's a movie, and then we create the box and the presentation and the script and some music and the whole everything inside. We even make Santa Claus stockings with the King of Christmas, and we even have CDs with the King of Christmas and chocolate, and we have medicine inside of here with King of Christmas pills. They do. What's this one called? It's called Happy Sidon. And this one's called, I better not say what that one's called. Okay. Anyway, you see what I mean? So when you walk into a meeting, you don't just go, I've had this kind of vague idea about a Christmas movie. I go, here, look, bang. Do you want it or you don't? If not, how would you like Zombie Broadway? And my own blood on the shirt. But you see, so I'm going to take this jacket off. It's becoming a pain in the neck. Thank you. I'm just trying to tell you about how creativity works in my brain and how it manifests into something real and I can execute it. So at the very end, I'd just like to say that my brain thinks in the way that you write melodies, right? You know, the way that you think melodies and the way that you create businesses is not all that different, or the way that you write stories, and people have to follow it and they have to know what the chorus is. So I want to leave you with a little film, because I only just started coming to Nashville. I came once in the 80s, about a year and a half ago, and I've had such a great time. I've been back and made 5 albums here in that time of 18 months, and I made 2 of them myself. I want to leave you with a little film of the great fun of coming to Nashville, not knowing anybody, and this is what happened in the space of 10 days. Thank you very much.
You been around this town much? Learned your way at all?
No.
Have you been here before?
No, I just sort of came here.
Yeah.
We're spending a year making an album. He's going for a week to make an album. We're like, yeah.
Really? Wow.
We're a new bluegrass duo called... See, first ever band. I mean, Prince had a symbol. We just have a theme.
It's the theme.
I'm messed up on love. I'm messed up on love.
Hey, yeah, where are you?
I flew here direct from London.
Just tell me what's going on, because I'm getting...
No, we're in the middle of it.
Okay, call me when you can, though.
Sorry, man. I've got
all
to
right,
go.
all right.
Okay, John.
I'll see you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna roll now.
I think it's more or less like a duet, like one line, one line. It's like singing together.
I think that'll be nice.
God only knows, you know, time to come home before the day goes down.
Written a song in a day and recorded it.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Even met the Dalai Lama, another story of success.
He's the greatest. He's so creative. It never ceases to amaze me.
He comes in, he starts playing a song, and we all kind of pick up on it, and it's very organic.
Fun, right?
It's best.
What's cheaper than free? You and me. But if you've got nothing left to lose, will you hold me while I'm drowning in the blues?
Thank you. My mother said this amazing thing. She said, David, there's 2 kinds of people. There's drains and radiators. Think about it. Thank you very much.